waited. I was early. I was out here at 6:15. It's now 6:43, and it's still dark. So I don't know if I should start from now on at 7 or not. I don't know what to do. But good morning. It is September 24th, 2025, and it's Wednesday, and the crickets are up, but they're up all night. So yeah, it's Wednesday. It's hump day, and it's dark out here. I have a light on, and do I look spooky? So, hi, Kelly. I'm sitting in the dark. I was out here at uh, 6:15. Now it's quarter till, and it's still dark. So, I don't know. I don't know. Might have to start at I might have to start at 7 from now on. Hi, Joey. Good morning. Good morning, darling. Little red big smile. Hello, darling. How are you? I'm setting up my. Can you hear me? Now. Can you hear me now? I feel like a commercial. Can you hear me now? Hello. Good morning, brother Big D. Okay, honey. So I said, good morning, my friends. Good morning, Kelly. Um, and little red, big smile. I can't believe you're here all the way from England. Oh, oh, my sweet voice. Oh, well, my husband doesn't say that when I'm nagging at him. Right, Dee? So yeah, my husband's on here, Big D's place, my friend Joey and Kelly and Debbie Sue. Good morning, everyone. I was out here at 6:15 a.m. and it was dark. 6:30 it was dark, and it is now quarter till 7 and it's still dark. Oh, workers outside work. Oh, it is a blessing in disguise. What time is it there in England? So I have a light on, so there is absolutely no sunrise here. I can turn you around so you can see, but what time is it there for you? It's almost noon. Let me show you. It is all foggy, and um, let's see. It's all foggy. I'll turn it around for you guys. There's nothing out there right now, just the crickets. Just the crickets. So I might just turn the porch light on um, and just do it that way. What do you guys think? I think I might just do that because this little night light is not working here. Dean, hi, I'm sitting in the dark here. Is this spooky morning with Sally? Yes, it is. Good morning. I can't see there. Kyle. I'm doing very well. Big red little or little red big smile. She says, "We usually get up after noon, though. I am delighted to have caught you." Oh, I'm going to read some scripture in a second. John Boy, thank you. He's from Greece. Oh, yours is always working inside though. Um, oh, that little light of mine. Oh, I love you. How is your day today? Well, it's almost 7 a.m. and the sun hasn't come up yet. And I usually do this early, but I guess it's just me. You'll be right. You'll do something strange for some change. Some change. I guess you've been here before. Well, you look at some of my other videos, I'm kind of strange. I've been driving around with a skeleton in my passenger seat just for kicks and laughs. Um, I was going to put a wig on him. I don't know if you saw my video of my skeleton I got at the Walmart, but let me turn the light on, guys. This is just too weird. So let me turn the light on. We're going to go over here for a sec. And I know the dogs are going to start barking, but we'll have to just deal with that, right? Hold on one sec. I have to go inside and turn the light on. Ugh. Oh, I can't believe they didn't bark. I don't know why they didn't bark. All right, let me get this light here. Which one is it? There we go. Let there be light. God said, let there be light, and there is. Is that better? It's kind of like off center here, but oh, there they go. There they go. They heard the mama. Oof. Let me get over here and knock you over. There we go. All right, that's better. And so, how is everyone? Let me see who I missed. What's it daily like this? Yes, I have this every morning. Um, God bless everyone in chat as well. Ray, good morning. Is that I don't know what a skinwalker is. Is that something bad? Because I'm not. If it is, please can everyone hit the like button. Thank you, Joey. I love Joey. Hey, Ray. Oh, good morning. Oh, there's my dogs. Ray, when are you going to come pick up your dog? I don't know when Ray's going to come pick up his dog. Ray says, hi, Dee. This is what. I don't know. What's behind me? Birdhouses? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Just trying to get my thing so I can read on my phone. So I needed 2 more to get 600 subs. But then, it always changes. So I never look at those numbers. But so good morning, everybody. I got light now. Rhonda's here. Rhonda, it's pitch black here. There's no sunrise. I was sitting in the dark for a good 20 minutes. So I thought I'm just going to start it. It's a what is a skinwalker? I don't even know what you're talking about, honey. Ray says a skinwalker. Does anybody know what that is? I don't have any idea. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Oh, please. Oh, Daryl, did you hear that? Finally, Levi's going to get a nice home. Ray, what is a skinwalker? If you would tell me what it is, you keep saying over and over again, honey. I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what a skinwalker is? Because I don't. Okay. So I'm going to start. Okay. All right. If you say it one more time, Ray, I don't know. We might just have to put you in go on a vacation. I don't know. All right. So let's get started. I share God's love as I practice acceptance of others. Children feel the need for acceptance from family, peers, and teachers as they grow into adulthood. That that need expands into friendships and relationships, including romantic and fulfilling companionship, as well as work and community settings. Acceptance helps me thrive. It is important that I accept myself as the unique, amazing, and creative person I am. By accepting myself unconditionally, I understand the importance of accepting others exactly as they are. And how hard is that, to accept yourself? I don't know. Um, Growing up, my um, my upbringing was that, if you loved yourself, or or to in hi Week Shoe, um, that it was being conceited, right? Um, who's that? Good morning, Dean, or Mr. Oh, he's saying hi to Daryl, and he's saying hi to Rhonda. I consider the qualities that are unique to me and how I use them to practice acceptance. I help and encourage others by accepting them as they are. I am always accepted by God, and I am mindful of God's presence. I send thoughts of that acceptance to all people everywhere. Welcome to one another. Welcome one another, therefore, just as Christ has welcomed you, for the glory of God. Romans chapter 15, verse 7. Welcome one another, therefore, just as Christ has welcomed you, for the glory of God. Thank you, Debbie Sue, whatever that was. Thank you. I guess what was this? I'm not even going to give it. I'm not even going to give it airtime. Um, so I accept everybody, and you guys know that. Even that. Um, what do you call that? Debbie Sue. I call them ding dongs. What do you call them? Wackadoodle. That's Debbie Sue's. That's Debbie Sue's. Um, her name, Wackadoodle. So there's Joey. Thank you, Joey. Thank you for hitting the like button, guys. Thank you. That's my hugs. All my hugs. Okay. So then, all people are worthy as children of God. It can be easy to look at others and see differences, the things that tend to keep us separate. I may even make judgments about their worthiness. But each person is so much more than their appearance, habits, and histories. Today, I commit to treating others as I would want them to treat me, as the divine beings they are. I will look beyond appearances, put aside any judgments, and open my heart to others. I will treat all others as individuals for the divine for the divine and beloved members of the human family. As I do this, I feel differences and separation fall away. I behold our similarities and feel a kind of kinship, one born of respect and acceptance. All people are one in God, and each is worthy of inclusion and belonging. It is that very spirit bearing witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And that's from Romans chapter 8, verse 16. It is that very spirit bearing witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And how often do people, and I'm not saying you guys, but how often do people judge you or me for the way we look? And, my husband can attest to this. I do not do that. Bye, Kelly. Bye, honey. Have a nice meeting. Um, Wackadoodles is what Debbie Sue says. Wackadoodles. I love it. I love it. But even then, we're kind of judging people too. Was verse that was Romans 8, verse 16. Yes, that's what it was, Joey. Yep, Romans 8, verse 16. So I have to leave for an appointment in 5 minutes. Okay, Debbie Sue. I hope you have a blessed day, everyone. All right, Debbie Sue, it's always good to see you. All right, so this other part here from a different book here, it says, learn to laugh at yourself more freely. Don't take yourself or your circumstances so seriously. Relax and know that I am God with you. when you desire my will above all else. Life becomes much less threatening. Stop trying to monitor my responsibilities, things that are beyond your control. Find freedom by accepting the boundaries of your domain. And that's what I said yesterday in my short. And, just laugh at yourself. You know, I just, being silly and doing things like that. I just think it's fun, and if you find humor in yourself, you can better accept others, So, laughter lightens the load and lifts your heart into heavenly places. Your laughter rises to heaven and blends with angelic melodies of praise, just as parents delight in the laughter of their children. So I delight in hearing my children laugh. I rejoice when you trust me enough to enjoy your life lightheartedly. See, we take things too seriously because we are so worried about everything, and you need to take that time to, just relax. I have a Wendy to laugh at me. Well, Daryl, I love when my husband laughs whenever I do stuff silly. Good morning, Banton. Yes. Oh, my students, they used to laugh so much. Laughter makes the heart merry. Yes, very true, Rhonda. Very true. Do not miss the joy of my presence by carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Rather, take my yoke upon and learn from me. My yoke is comfortable and pleasant. My burden is light and easily borne. And that is so true, right? Do we not miss the presence of God by being so um, involved in carrying the weight of the world? Yes, we should be concerned about the world, but we shouldn't let it consume us, like take everything out of us. I'm not saying just go through life laughing and, being hilarious. I'm just saying once in a while, it's just, we don't need to take things so seriously. And I'm guilty of that too, even though I have humor, a sense of humor. There's a lot of things that I do take seriously. Um, but for the most part, I like to joke around, especially with my husband. Um, I don't know if you've seen some of the shorts of I put that skeleton in the shower when he came home, and he nearly peed his pants because he drives an hour each way. So the first thing he does is go to the bathroom when he gets home. So I knew where he was going. So hey, Taco. Yes, I remember you. Yes, I do. Anton's asking Big D and Rhonda how they are. Um, Okay. Yes, you are back, Taco. I am great today. How about you? Says Rhonda. Hey, Taco. Um, Big D, what are you doing? He's at work. Um, just listening before he starts work. Um, so you are my beloved child. I chose you before the foundation of the world to walk with me along paths designed uniquely for you. Concentrate on keeping in step with me instead of trying to anticipate my plans for you. We talked about that the other day about, not worrying about the future so much, um, and predicting the future. If you trust that my plans are to prosper you and not harm you, you can relax and enjoy the present moment. Enjoy the journey. A lot of us don't do that. We don't enjoy the journey. We're too worried about tomorrow. Um, your hope and your future are rooted in heaven, where eternal ecstasy waits for you. Nothing can rob you of your inheritance of unimaginable riches and well being. Sometimes I grant you glimpses of your glorious future to encourage you and spur you on. But your main focus should be staying close to me. I set a pace in keeping with your needs and my purposes. So, hey, Jesselyn, welcome. Do the chicken to the chicken books, please? What's a chicken book? So God's healing me very fast. I get the splint off today. Yes, I remember. That's great. That's great. Um, I don't know what's a chicken book, Jesselyn. I'm reading the scripture from the Bible. Um, I don't know if you're being silly or what you're doing. Uh, but the main focus should be staying close to God and set the pace in keeping with your needs and my purposes. So he has a plan. He had a plan before you were even born, but we need to be patient. And that's sometimes hard for some people. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning. Good morning. I am the firm foundation on which you can dance and sing and celebrate my presence. This is my high and holy calling for you. Receive it as a precious gift. Glorifying and enjoying me is a higher priority than maintaining a tidy, structured life. So our life doesn't have to be perfect. Give up your striving to keep everything under control, an impossible task and a waste of precious energy. My guidance for each of my children is unique. That's why listening to me is so vital for you and your well being. Let me prepare you for the day that awaits you and point you in the right direction. I am with you continually, so don't be intimidated by fear. Though it stalks you, it cannot harm you as long as you cling to me, keep your eyes on me, enjoying peace in my presence. So, you are all doing something awesome for yourselves by starting your day with scripture and, somehow hearing God, because prayer is talking to and listening to God, um, and hearing Him tell us what you want to do today. Um, our morning prayers, Daryl and I always ask for let this be a productive day, a loving day, a stress-free day. Um, we just go through this list of things that we're hoping that we have for that day. Good morning, AP. I can't say your name. I'm very well, thank you. Um, Tep Tep, thank you. I wish I was a grandma. Why do you want to be my grandchild, Tep Tep? Because I don't have any grandchildren. I'm much too young. No, my kids aren't having any. But Yvonne saying good morning to Rhonda. And Big D said hi to Tep Tep. Do we have any sunrise? Nope, we still have fog back there. You guys can see it there. Turn it a little bit so you can see that there is no sunrise, just fog over all the houses. So, but yeah, we ask God to direct us in the day, in this moment of prayer, in this moment of meditation, with what we're spending here, reading scripture and doing things that direct us in our day. Do you think you will be a grandma in the future? No, my children already told me they're not having kids. No, they aren't. No, not at all. My older son, his best friend, who was in his wedding, is a young lady. I have best friends that are men, and my boys both have best friends that are women. It's really weird, but so she has children. Her name is Candy, and he's godfather to all of them. And you should see him with those kids. He's so good. He's so good holding them and everything. But no, they're not going to have kids. Where do I live? You're in the Philippines? Oh, okay. I live in the United States of America in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's on the East Coast. Um, and that's where I live. Um, let's see what else it says here. And it says, I speak to you continually. My nature is to communicate, though not always in words, right? Remember, I said, when prayer is talking to and listening to God, and, he's not going to say, Sally, I demand that you go and help, but it's not always in words. I fling glorious sunsets across the sky. Day after day after day, I speak in the faces and voices of your loved ones. I caress you with the gentle breeze that refreshes and delights you. I speak softly in the depths of your spirit where I have taken up residence. That is so beautiful there. Do you, did you guys hear that? all those places is where God is speaking to us. And, I don't know, some people um, um, realize that through all of those things, that's actually God speaking to you. It says, I speak to you continually. My nature is to communicate through, though not always in words. I fling glorious sunsets across the sky. And how many have we seen here? I did a short with some of the sunrises that we've seen just recently. Day after day after day, I speak in the faces and voices of loved ones. It says, I caress you with a gentle breeze that refreshes you and delights you. I speak softly in the depths of your spirit where he has taken up residence. But you have to take the time to stop with the chaos, stop just for a minute, and um, just to be quiet, just being quiet. Um, Hi, Ochi's Farm. Okay, welcome. I don't remember meeting you, but good morning and welcome. You can find me in each moment when you have eyes that see and ears that hear. Ask my spirit to sharpen your spiritual eyesight and hearing. I rejoice each time you discover my presence. Practice looking and listening for me during quiet intervals. Gradually, you will find me in more and more of your moments. You will seek me and find me when you seek me above all else. That is pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Um, I don't know if you all saw my I did on my wall, I have this list of, I think it's in this book. I'm not sure if I put it in this book or where, but I always had it in my Bible, a list of the books of the Bible that I got long time ago, um, that told what each one was, and I put it on my page. Did you guys see this? I put it on my community wall, and it says, "When in sorrow, read John 14. When men fail you, read Psalms 27. When you're lonely or fearful, read Psalms 23." So it has all of the things in layman's terms. You can just look up. To read that part of the Bible to help you when you're trying to find in your trials and tribulations. It says, when you want rest and peace, read Matthew 11:25 through 30. So I put this on my wall, and if you want to print it out or just keep it on your phone for times when you're not sure where to go for answers from God. But that is on there, just how to use the Bible. It's not a lot of, it doesn't have all the answers, um, but also in this book here, in my Bible, I found a picture of my mom. My mom, and in this picture, she's looking at me because I'm doing something silly, and the sparkle in her eyes when she used to laugh at me because I was always doing something. I was always into shenanigans, but yeah, that's my mom. Um, Akash. Hello, everyone, friends. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you for pushing the like, guys. I really appreciate that. And I'm just wondering who is going to be number 600 in my subscriptions. I hope I get a 600th subscriber because I only had like 3 or 2 more or something like that left, and I don't know where I'm at right now. So, but it keeps getting real close, and then they go away. So I don't know, but I'm just so happy that I have all of you here today. And some people can't make it, and I understand that. Oh, you're from India. That's awesome. I have people all over the world, and that's just so wild to me because, you know, in my day growing up, we didn't have the computer. We had electric typewriters. We didn't have laptops. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of that. So, please subscribe if you haven't already. Joey, you are on top of it. You're like my little assistant. Thank you, Joey. I really do love you. But I wanted you guys to also check out Big Three Dashing. He is a wonderful human being. Okay, he has a channel, and he just chit chats while he's driving to all of his deliveries. And he wrote a book, and I think he's going to have a series of books. But I mean, to know somebody who wrote a book, and it's for sale on Amazon. And he's a really wonderful human being. You want to know why? He's real close to hitting 1,000 subs, and he's never asked anyone ever to subscribe to his channel. You know what he does? He's always pushing everybody else's channel. There was a guy named Charles who was real close to 1,000, and he all day he stayed on and helped him make his 1,000 mile milestone. And he's just a really great human being. And not only that, I mean, he has a really really wonderful heart. Even when little trolls come on there, he's just loving. He's just a wonderful human being. He just got back from a writing conference, I believe it was, in Oklahoma, and he was so excited about all the things that he learned. And I loved watching and hearing him, talk about it. Just the excitement. I love when people, being a teacher, I love hearing when people learn new things and they're so excited about learning. And it just makes me so happy when people just are, even as adults, are still going out and learning. There's so much to learn even though you're an adult. Everyone, please join my live tonight. Okay, there you go. 10 o'clock India time. So um, it's just I'm really grateful for everyone on here and that comes daily. Like Rhonda and Joey, and well, Daryl, he pretty much has to, and Dean, and DJ. Who am I forgetting? Luxu, and Taco came back, and you guys. Sometimes I know you guys sometimes can't make it, and that's fine. That's it. You have life. You have life, and there's always the replay too. If you really wanted to watch. But I'm just really excited about YouTube and all the things that it has to offer, because you know, when you get older and you retire, it can be lonely. So I'm watching you from Kenya. Okay, awesome. We have a lot of people when we do the Pittsburgh Marathon. It's always someone from Kenya that usually wins first place. So you have a lot of great athletes there in Kenya, um, but they always take the grand prize. When I did the races, I get like my 5Ks, I think I made it like 35 minutes for, and that's 3.1 miles. So um, I walk fast, or called it wogging, walk jog. I wogged in those races. I just never ran because of my hip and my knees. So all right. Ochi's Farm says sure. Um, so So what is everybody doing here for Hump Day? I know she's getting ready for her trip, and we got to keep her in our prayers to, you know, make it there and back safely. There was one more thing that I wanted to do on here too. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. Um, it was right here in this thing. I don't know if it was in this book or the other book, but it was a prayer for. I should have marked it off. I gotta learn to bring little sticky things out here with me. Let's see. No, it was here. Um, there was a prayer for teenagers I wanted to do, um, especially with homecoming. Here it is. I found it. This is a prayer for teenagers, 13 to 19, I guess, huh? And it is. I just thought I would do it because, a lot of kids are going out to homecoming coming up and things like that. And for them to have a wonderful school year. Um, simple. Hi, Donna. How are you? I have Bible study this afternoon, studying Esther. Oh, okay. Anyway, here's the team blessing. You just would take a moment here from your conversation and just listen. I enfold all teens in thoughts of love and wisdom. The teens of today are the leaders of tomorrow. I bless each one with prayers of peace and protection. Regardless of whether I have a teen in my life, I can recall what my teenage years were like and remember the questions of my heart as I grew into adulthood. I picture today's teens in touch with their guidance, confident to express authenticity or authentically who they are and what they believe. I pray for the world's teens, not just the United States, all around the world, envisioning them as loving and being loved. I pray that they have the necessary time to explore and bloom into their truest selves. I affirm they have the strength and desire to be helpful and compassionate. I see them brimming with energy and clarity to rise to every challenge and realize every dream. I am confident of this, that the one who began a good work among you will bring it to completion by the day of Jesus Christ. And that's from Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. So God bless all of the teens out there and all around the world. Please be safe and think first. Don't act first. Think before you act. Okay? Um, Still waking up. Good morning, Donna, says Rhonda. So, all of you teens out there, we love you guys and we're just trying to give you advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you to think before you act because so many things can change your life forever. So many little things that you do that only take seconds can change your life for the whole eternity until the rest of your life. So think before you act. Um, and Donna says, "Good morning, everyone." And Joey gave some hearts again. Um, but all the adults out there, you know what I'm talking about. Think before you act. There's so many things that can happen, even though, they think that they're um, grown ups and everything. Even some grown ups make these mistakes too. So just think before you act. That's all I say. And then go on with your day, right? Uh, so that was my advice for the teenagers. But I just wanted to do that blessing because I don't know how often, we pray for the children and we pray for the old people and stuff. But I know rarely do I hear, prayers for teenagers. I mean, it might just be me, but yes, our teens need our prayers. I do. I do believe that. Because this world is so crazy with so many distractions for them. And um, so I was just saying a prayer, Sarah. How old are you, Sarah? Are you 13? I was saying a prayer for all teenagers, and I hope that those are them that are going to, like the homecoming or anything, studying for tests. Take your education seriously because there's people that don't have education offered to them. um, or some kids, teenagers have to work and they can't attend school because they need to help support their family. I'm turning 10. Oh, okay, this Saturday, but my sister is 16. All right, okay. See, I originally thought you were a grown up, and then I checked out your channel. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a young lady. So, but that's awesome, and you're welcome to be here. So uh, I don't know. It's just I just wanted to do that, and I hope you guys didn't mind me bringing that into the prayers today. But does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? You want to talk about some silly things that you did as a teenager to warn these teenagers? Um, but happy birthday, Sayer. returning this weekend. It's only a couple more days, and you'll be 11, huh? Or are you going to be 10? You're turning 10. That's a big year because you'll be 2 digits. 2 digits, a 1 and a 0. So yeah, so happy birthday. That's a big thing when you turn 2 digits. I remember those days very many moons ago. Many moons ago. So I'm just trying to see. There's still no sunrise. Look at this, guys. There's still no sunrise out there. So I don't know. I was out here for a good half hour waiting, sitting in the door. So, but wow, it's just amazing, all the things that we are offered through God if we just take, a moment to just see what He's telling us. Um, Either for us, let's see, turn 10. Yeah. Um, oh, I'm your sunshine. Thank you, Dee. Thank you very much. Trying to see here. Trying to get back into my live here so I can read because I can't see that screen. Sayer says, my only sunshine. How cute is that? I found a photo of my ex and me when we were 17 in 1973. Our clothing about died laughing. Aren't photos aren't photo to my ex and kids. Oh my gosh. I know. Looking at old pictures of me too. Like a lot of my friends though, they all got into I didn't have as short a hair as this, but I did toward the end of high school, but I never had like long hair. I might have had it like here and got perms and things like that. But some of my friends had such big hair in the 80s. It's like, they used the Aquanet, which made your hair actually stiff. And I laugh at those photos. All right, I got to go for school. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Okay, Sayer, I'll see you later, honey. God bless you. Pay attention in school. Um, have a great day, Sayer, Daryl says. But yeah, my friends used to do that big poofy hair, sort of like Bon Jovi and that. You remember the bands had the hair like that too, boys and girls. 80s hair, Rhonda. It was crazy, but I never really had hair like that. I think that I didn't have the patience to put all that stuff in my hair, but I always had shorter hair. I don't know. I just did that. I mean, I had like short and then how they had it long and right here, but and then I used to get perms and it used to damage my hair so bad, but that's the way it was in the 80s. You gotta you gotta try to fit in. I would never like if I had a choice to be young again and go back to high school, I would not want to do that. I would not want to go back in time. So, nope, I wouldn't want to go back to high school. Uh, I had a lot of fun with my best friend Danny in school and the shenanigans we did, but when we were actually in the classroom, and it's funny because I grew up to be a teacher, it's funny, always skipping school. Yeah, the 80s were something else, let me tell you. Um, so Rhonda, do you have pictures did you have longer, big hair whenever you were in the 80s? Who else is still here? How about you, Joey? What kind of hair did you have, Joey? Did you have, were you around I think you were around in the 80s, weren't you? I'm trying to remember how old you are. But, like boys then, didn't they have like the mullet and things like that? Back then, Daryl still had hair. It was after he married me that he lost his hair. But, in my defense, his grandfather on his mom's side and his dad, um, both were bald, so it was inevitable that he was gonna be bald. Just like my younger son, um, he bought everything because he was losing his hair pretty young, and, um, he would buy all these different Rogaine or whatever and all that stuff, putting it on his head, and I said, "Matt, just grasp it, you're gonna be bald, you know?" So, yes, of course, Rhonda says, "I think I had every kinda hairstyle you can have." My mother-in-law had, when we were dating, Daryl and I were dating, I'd go over there and she'd always have a different color hair, like blonde, platinum blonde, then it'd be dark, then it'd be red, and I'm just like, "Oh boy," you know? So, um, yeah, the '80s, huh? How about that? Um, and time was very simple then too. And I don't know that people were more worried about, like teenagers worried about being accepted and being their looks and everything. I mean, we did want to be accepted and everything, but it wasn't so much as it is today about your looks and being so thin and things like that. Because I feel bad for a lot of these teenagers and young women in their 20s that feel that they have to like pretty much starve themselves to be in a size -10 or something. Um, it just really concerns me on how people are so worried about, you know, their size and things like that. I mean, it's great to be healthy and everything, but some of these young ladies, I had one in my eighth grade class back in 2000 something. That was like 20 years ago. And she was a gymnast. So her leg muscles were her legs were thick because she had such big muscles. They were muscular, they weren't like flappy or anything. And she started, someone had said, it's one of the girls, they were just smarty pants, and they said something. So she started literally starving herself. And I mentioned it to her mother, and her mother's like, oh, she's just trying to, eat healthier and lose weight. Well, she got down to very, very tiny, and she had to be hospitalized. And that's scary, very scary. My English base is not good, friends, but you please spot me. Life before the internet, how did we survive? Oh, I probably could still survive without the internet. Remember when we had phone books and things like that? Back then, I knew everybody's phone number. I knew everybody's birth date. I could rattle off a number for businesses and things like that. But now I don't know anybody's phone number. I'm lucky if I know my phone number. All right, somebody's happy to go to school, huh? Somebody's real happy to go to school. Um, Yeah, that story is sad, and she was a really nice young lady, um, but I'm praying that, she's an adult now and that she doesn't have a daughter that goes through the same thing. So, um, yeah, but she did recover and things. But I'm not trying to say that I told you so to the mother, but I'm with the kids, like interacting with them all day, so I can see things that parents don't usually see because kids usually spend a lot of time in in their um in their bedrooms. That was the worst thing I ever did. I got each of my boys a TV one year for Christmas, and then another year we got them each a Sega Genesis, I think was at the time, and then we got them their little Game Boys. And the Game Boy they still hung out in the living room with us and stuff. But once you got them, and then another year I got them each a stereo. But it was kind of cute because when they got the stereo and they got some new CDs and stuff, and little Daryl would come over to Matt's bedroom and knock on the door like it was an apartment. And he'd say, "You want to come to my place for a concert?" It's like, I just remember all these things that the kids used to do. And it was just, it was just so much fun with, having kids in the house. And Rhonda says, what do you have going on today? What do I have going on today? I am really focused on getting my little studio thing done. I have so much stuff in there, and I told Daryl yesterday, I said, I'm drowning in this clutter. I'm just gonna start loading up my car. I'm just I could use the money and I would love to do a garage sale, but you know what? Garage sales around here, because this is an older neighborhood, garage sales around here is just like sitting outside for like 6, 7 hours in the sun. If it's sunny, it might be rainy. Um, and then you make a lousy 55 or $70. Granted, it is money that you didn't have, but is it really worth it? So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm going to donate it all or try to have a garage sale. I'd rather just donate it and get it out of the house now than to, have bins of stuff to try to sell. So that's what I have going on today. I'm going to try to do that today, and I'm going to focus on that today. Yes, I am. Yesterday was just like since I retired, I don't know about, well, Rhonda, you retired, but now you're working. But anyone else out there that has retired, do you feel like your days are just flying by? Like, Daryl goes to work at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then next thing I know, it's 2:30, and he usually comes home at 3:30, and it's an hour, so he gets home like a little after 4:30, and it's like, where did the day go? You know, because if I don't set an alarm to if I want to make start dinner, that's something. The other day I made that pork roast, and that has to cook for like 2.5 hours in the oven. I have to get things started, and then that takes up my day, and then my day's over. So I don't know. Yes, I wondered how I had time to work. Yeah, I don't like the days are just, and I'm like, well, there goes another day. There goes another day. And I always tell Daryl that, um, up, it's Friday again, because he always, I'll do it on Friday. And then Friday comes and Friday comes and Friday comes. And I said, just like that embroidery machine we got, this is the third week that we've had it. And we got it out of the box, but I haven't started it yet because I'm like, I just want to get the room organized before I start something, but I should just do it, just do it. Just like Nike says, just do it. So, we just have to, um, I don't know. I make lists, and I learned like on Mel Robbins, she says you put 3 things on the list. See, my lists are like little check boxes I draw, and then on the other side, and then I feel so defeated because I don't get that whole list done. But she says do 3 things, maybe put a bonus thing at the bottom or something. But I think that's a good idea. But I also think that will make me more motivated and not put it aside if I just suck it up, buttercup, and show my big mess I have and be with you guys, cheering me on. And maybe that will encourage me to get rid of this stuff because, and I'm not giving any more stuff to my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law because they have too much crap in their house too. So they have more than me, but after 40 years of marriage, I mean, I'm not going to be too hard on myself, but there's just too many treasures that we have here. And I know Debbie Sue was working on her room, but then she got really overwhelmed too. But Grandma Moore, who's on here most mornings, she told me to get some bins and just take all the clutter and put it in the bins and go through one bin, like take 15 minutes a day to do one bin, go through it and see what's in there and then go to the next one. And she said that really helped her. Mel also talks about pick a project and commit to work on it 15 minutes a day. Yeah, that's kind of what um, Grandma Moore was telling me. And I thought that is such a good idea. Um, but I have to do it. So I have 3 brand new bins in there. I just have to start putting the stuff in there. I was gonna have Daryl help me, but I'm just afraid he's just gonna, just throw everything in there in a big complete mess. I just want to carefully place everything in there, not just like, taking your hand across the table and just putting it in there. I want to place the stuff in there, not breaking anything. Um, I have paper clutter. I think I think Daryl went through the file cabinet and did that, but, we went through so many shredders, we just burn it in the fire pit now because it's so much easier to do that. Because even when I was decluttering my dad's house, he had, like, the closing, papers from, good morning, Peter. Good morning. Um, he had the closing papers from, when we bought the farm in Minnesota, from 1970, I believe it was, or 1972. I mean, he had, like, electric bills and things too, like, my mom kept all of that stuff, and, so when she passed away, I was like, I had, because they were divorced, and, I had to declutter her house, and then when he passed away, I wanted to get a head start on it, you know? Um, my stack of Bibles is another problem. I need to dedicate a place for them. I'm good, just getting ready to go. Ugh, Peter, dental appointment. I hope you have no cavities because I just had 3 root canals and I'm still having trouble with the one. Oh my gosh, so much money I put into this last one cost me $800, and that I probably should just had it pulled because it still hurts. And if you do a root canal, I thought I didn't feel it anymore. I don't know. So I even went to 2 different other, doctors to see if I could just get false teeth. I was like, "I don't wanna deal with those root canal." It just I can't go to the dentist, especially when they don't have the laughing gas, whatever it's really called, because that stuff really calms you down, and then they take it off, and then you could still drive because it wears off real quick, but that stuff just is, like, really relaxing, and I can get through it. But then when they started charging, I think it was $75 per half hour, I can't afford that. Um, so I don't know. I went Monday to get mine cleaned. I don't mind going to the dentist. I have a high pain tolerance. Fell asleep during a spinal tap. I feel your dental pain, not fun. It isn't fun. It isn't. My husband, I mean, he can go and get all kinds of stuff done and he doesn't worry. I'm like, if I have an appointment, I'm like for a good week or so. Oh no, I have to go. And I have such a stress thing, which I should learn from all of these readings, from scripture that I'm not supposed to be like that. Just put it in God's hands. But oh, I do not like to go to the dentist. Uh, and also like if I can't see what they're doing, like when they're in your mouth, you can't see them. And then like if they're doing like when I got um, a spinal thing done and they put this long needle in, then they messed up and they had to reinsert it. I can't stand that. I have to see what you're doing. So I'm just so scared of the dent. I don't know, especially that lady who did the um, root canal, putting that dry ice. Holy God. I nearly shot through the roof, and then it didn't go away, like, you know how, like, when your tooth gets cold, sensitive to cold, you put your tongue on it, and it usually disappears? That did not disappear. No, it did not. Right, I just wanted to pop in to say hi. I will catch up with you all later. Have a great day. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it, and I'm honored that you came and stopped at my channel. I have a good dentist, thank goodness. Have a great day. You too, Peter. So but thank you for hitting the like button, guys. I appreciate it. Did anybody check and see if I hit 600 yet or not? Or did it go down after this video? But oh well. Um, I'm not really concerned about it, guys. Someone had told me that I was real close to 600. I'm like, oh, why do you tell me these things? Because I don't like the excuse me. I don't know where that came from. Well, it came from my nose, but like it must be allergies out here, like pollen. But like the analytics, they drive me crazy. They make me, ugh, they say something positive, then they take something away. So I try to just be happy with what I get. So still the same, girlfriend. You will get there. Is it the 598? That's what it was earlier, and then it went down to 597. So it's all good. It's all good. So I've just it's 599, 598. It's 599 now. Who's gonna be number 600? Who's gonna be number 600? um, I just can't even believe I have 600. So, did you check on YouTube or did you check in the? Oh, you can't go in my studio. Yeah, I just take a picture of it, Daryl, so you can see it for now because it won't be there later this afternoon until Big L. Yeah, it won't be there this afternoon. I'm used to it. I don't even look forward to anything anymore. But I just wanted to do the 600 dance because I didn't do the 4 or the 500 dance, and I have the balloons in there and they're deflating. I should have did it because DJ's like, where's that dance at? So yeah. So, but we're right at 61 minutes. And I had a really lovely chat with you guys. You know what? Accept yourselves, okay? Laugh at yourself. Just find a little humor in something you do. And that helps with the self-talk too. I've really been working on that with the help of Rhonda too. But uh you know, instead of saying you big dummies, like, oh, look what you did, and just giggle, just try to find some kind of joy in the day. And I have a sign on my door. It says, I choose joy. I choose to be happy, or it's a good day to have a good day or whatever. And I'm gonna keep that skeleton there. I'm gonna put a wig on it or something, maybe a blonde wig. I don't know. Or maybe the troll wig, the fluorescent pink troll wig, and maybe find a floor. Oh, I have a pink shirt downstairs. Oh, I can put that on there. So, and drive around the block. We are all children of God. Yes, we are. Um, and I love people that see things through the eyes of a child like Tracy. Tracy, she's so awesome too. But all of you are awesome. And I love you so much. And guess what? I'll see ya when I see ya. And that'll be soon. And I love you guys so much. And take care of yourself and laugh today. Laugh.